well as Twitter tuko live pale, and today we just want to maybe look into this story iko kwenye the book of Philippians. The book of Philippians really puts it beautifully, because this is one of the verses that I've meditated on for a long time. Like, I've really meditated on, and the reason as to why I've meditated on these verses is because I was one time in a situation whereby I truly needed to learn the art of being content. Because again, when you're going through a difficult season in your life, it may be difficult for you to see any good thing that is happening. And at the end of it all, the only way to really see the blessings that are in your life is to see what God has already done and thank Him for it. So I just want us to look into the book of Philippians, that is chapter 4, verse 11 and 12. And we find a Paul in a situation whereby, so the Philippians were giving him help. They were, coming through for him and sending him gifts and sending him the things that he needed for his upkeep. But then a time came when they were unable to do that. A time came when they were not able to do that. But what Paul says is that I am not saying this because I feel neglected, for I have learned to be satisfied with what I have. I know what it is to be in need and what it is to have more than enough. I have learned this secret so that anywhere, at any time, I am content, whether I am full or hungry, whether I have too much or too little. I have the strength to face all conditions by the power that Christ gives me. So Philippians 4:11 all the way to 13 gives us a really nice explanation when it comes to being content, even when the situation is not really going well. And Paul says that I have learned to be satisfied with what I have. I know what it is to be in need and what it is to have more than enough. I have learned this secret so that anywhere, at any time, I am content, whether I am full or hungry, whether I have too much or too little. And then it ends with the famous verse, Philippians 4:13, that says, I have strength to face all conditions by the power that Christ gives me. Another version puts it like this, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And now, diving deep into this conversation, first of all, we see Paul being grateful even in times when things are not going so well. And I do believe this is one huge challenge, because it's okay to be grateful when things are going well, but what happens when things are not really going well? Can we be truly content and accept that if at all I am thanking God when things are going well for me, why not thank God even when things are not going well? Because again, the Bible tells us, give thanks in all situations. And when we dive deep into the conversation of being content, looking at what God has given you and saying, God, you know what, thank you. I know that this is not what I wanted, but then it is exactly what I need. And I think social media sometimes puts a lot of pressure on people. Like, social media, okay, wewe umekula hapo githeri yako, una tune in, not tune in, but unaingia social media, unaona, Watare amepost pale ma KFC, manini, and then depression inakushika manze, unashangaa akishwali. Githeri yangu sasa inakuwaje? Social media has really taken us to a place whereby we barely know how to say thank you. We barely know how to be grateful for the things that God has given us. Naona pale kumekuwa na mushkili pale ndani ya Hope FM, lakini we will still go on. We will still continue with the devotion of the day today. And verse 4:13 often is used to refer to whatever you do, you'll be blessed. That is what many of us tunakwaga tumeamini that whatever we do, God will bless it. So we say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But then I came to understand that this verse actually refers to the context of, in every situation, in every condition that you may be facing in this world, in each and every situation ambao unaweza kuwa ukikipitia, then that means that God is going to come through for you. And